Should I or should I not use a pen name if I'm writing in different genres? Hi, I'm Beth Anne Campbell. I'm an author, and here's what I'm pondering while I'm writing. So I published 2 nonfiction books under Beth Anne Campbell, and when I started writing my first novel, my first work of fiction, I was thinking about using a pen name. I had a friend who wrote in multiple genres and she was going to do the same thing. And so it seemed like something I should at least consider. So I kind of broke it down. I could use a completely different name than my current name, Beth Anne Campbell. So something like, Jessica Dumont. So I had Dumont was a family name. So that was one of the names I was considering. And okay, great pen name, but I couldn't imagine being at a podcast or a book signing and having someone call me Jessica, because it's just not my name. It's a great name, it is just not my name. So if I were writing in a niche genre like dark romance or erotica or something that maybe was a little bit controversial where I might want to be a little bit more anonymous, yeah, I would absolutely consider this. But I write Scooby-Doo paranormal mystery and modern fiction, so it just didn't really make any sense. So I scratched using a completely different name. So the next thing I thought about was, how about if I use a different last name, but I use my first name? So at least if someone's calling me by, hey, Beth Anne or Elizabeth, I would respond, right? It wouldn't feel weird. So some variation of Beth Anne, Elizabeth. And ultimately I thought, well, what's the difference if I use my same first name and a different last name? Again, I didn't really have a compelling reason to do that in the genre that I write in. So the next thing I thought of was using my initials, B.A. Campbell, like J.R.R. Tolkien or E.M. Forster. And I had a lot of good reasons to go this route. I can still be Beth Anne. I could use B.A., but my name is Beth Anne. It would fit well into most genres, certainly the paranormal mystery, right? It's gender neutral, right? People wouldn't know if I was a man or a woman or, non-binary. The downside is, why do I give a fuck if people know that I'm a woman, right? So I didn't really want to necessarily hide that. I also failed to research B.A. Campbell, and I did find that there is another author, at least one other author with multiple books, and initials are kind of tricky. So at first, I published my book very briefly, literally for a couple of hours, under B.A. Campbell. And once it was up on Amazon, I went to look for myself, typed in B.A. Campbell, and my book didn't come up. And I tried multiple variations of B.A. with a period, without a period, with a space, without a space. I couldn't get my book to come up. I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and I'm not finding my book. So I made the decision to go with Beth Anne Campbell, my original name for my nonfiction books, republished it, and I punched in Beth Anne Campbell, and it came right up. It was the first book that came up. And really the final thing was, I realized that I had spent the last 6 years building my brand as an author podcaster, Beth Anne Campbell. So why change now? So for me, it made sense. Someday I might write under a pen name, but right now I think I'm going to stick with Beth Anne Campbell in my brand. So what about you authors out there? Do you use a pen name or do you not use a pen name? Have you thought about it? And what factored into your decision to use or not use a pen name?